So we've been concerned about the record low levels of water in Lake Mead. A lot of people depend on that water for drinking and electricity. 40 million customers, I believe. We haven't got rain here, but that's really not how our lake is filled. And learning about this, that we get our water in this man-made lake that's dammed by Hoover Dam through the Colorado River. It really didn't click too much to me. And then I went to the Colorado River the other day, and not only was it full and flowing strong, but it was so full that they have closed all the access areas for, like, you know, your rafters and picnickers and, you know, day campers and things like that. And all the rest areas down by the river to where people can get out and enjoy the water. They were closed because the water was up too high. So how are we having record lows and going down if the river is flowing at max capacity, you know, or what should be pretty much max? I'm sure a flood would make it flow more, but they were pretty close to flood there. And so I got looking on the USGS at average flow and things of that nature, and it's just a basic 1,400 or 14,600 cubic something or other per second flow rate. That's the average. Right now it's at 22,600. You know, so that's about 50% higher than average, which sounds pretty good. So why is our lake still low? Well, there's a committee that determines how they share the Colorado River water. You know, because it's not just Lake Mead, you know, Lake Powell, you know, Arizona, Utah. Everybody gets a little piece of this water action, you know, for hydroelectric power. And there's stations that control the flow of the water along the river's flow. So I guess the moral of the story is, if the source of the water is running well, if the river's full, it runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that water's going somewhere. Somebody's not letting it in. And I would say the people that deal in that kind of thing, they know exactly what's going on. There's no way they can't. So if you get your water from a certain place, and that certain place has all the water you ever need, and somehow we don't have the water that we need, somebody got some explaining to do. But like I said, this could be looked into for somebody else. And like I said, it's all there. USGS has all the past records and, you know, average flows and what's flowing now. And I'm sure there's even some live feed cameras along there that you can see for yourself. That water just gushing, you know. All that fresh, natural mountain water that should be going into our beautiful lake. Where's the water going? They're creating a catastrophe for the sake of having a catastrophe and implementing more of their bullshit. So maybe something to look at, maybe something to think about. Because you see it everywhere, you know, whether it be the cows dying and the wheat getting scorched, you know, and the can't get the wheat from Ukraine, and the baby food processing plant closing for something that should have taken a few days or a week, took months, and then it reopens, then, oh, it just so happened to flood. Nobody knows when it's going to reopen. Or the 30 or so food processing plants that have met their demise this year. A couple of them are accidentally hit by airplanes. Wink, wink. I don't know. It sure seems like we're in trouble. it doesn't matter. You don't have to have a conspiracy mind to see we're kind of in trouble in this country. We're close to going third world level. We're not. We don't have the oil anymore. All of a sudden, the gas shortages. There's I've seen it personally. Truck stops without diesel. So I don't know. Don't forget the death shortage. All these diesel trucks now, thanks to our government and their environmental Nazism, we all need this wonderful, amazing chemical called diesel exhaust fluid, which takes urea and mixes it with water. I used to haul urea, and I used to work in places that stockpiled urea, and right on there, big bright sign, warning sign saying causes cancerous chemicals, to make sure not to come in contact with it, but yet we're smoking it up. 3.5 million trucks out here putting it into the environment day in, day out for the environment, right? I don't know how we get a grip on this crazy ass government. Maybe they're too powerful for us, I don't know, but something's got to be done. Where they seem to be wanting us to go is not a happy place. Man, for God's sake, start paying attention. Stop believing what you're seeing on the TV screen. Because what you're seeing on the TV screen is like Disney World, man. It's fantasy land. They do all these things to make us fight each other instead of being united and holding our people accountable. They're not doing the people's will. They're just making shit up as they go.